Yo, death by a ballpoint? Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another new show, and it is called Moving. It is a Korean series, and the premise is in this supernatural action series, children who live with hiding their superpowers, along with their parents who live with painful secrets of the past, face enormous dangers together. So interesting premise, very broad. They really gave nothing away with that, which I kind of like. It is a fairly long series, 20 episodes, but you know, I found with K-dramas, they do a really good job of kind of telling a whole arc in one season, since they're not necessarily about doing the multiple seasons like we are out here in the West. But either way, I really like most things that I've watched as far as K-dramas and K-series, and if there's something that they do well, it's zombies and supernatural shows. So I am looking forward to this. I'm hoping that it is a fun series to watch and that we've got some really good stories and storytelling here, since we're looking at not just the young people, but the parents of these young people as well. So I'm ready to jump into this new series. I will be, of course, watching it in Korean. I do think there is an option for doing a dub for this series, but myself personally, I prefer to watch it in the native language and read subtitles because I don't mind reading. So yes, but for those of you, if you are more into watching it with the English dub, that's completely understandable. As I mentioned, it is on Disney Plus if you subscribe to that service. So also just a reminder that this is not a market substitute for the original content. Please go and support these series if you want to see more of them. And also, this is a commentary, so I am going to sometimes speak over what's going on the screen. If that's something that you're not a fan of, then maybe I'm not the right reactor for you, but I really do hope that you don't mind watching along with me. So with that out of the way, guys, let's jump into episode 1, which is called Senior Year. But just before I do that, just a reminder that if you're new here, that I do reactions to a lot of shows like this: supernatural, anime, Marvel, movies, all sorts of good stuff. So if you'd like to watch me on this journey or watch other things that I do, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as well as that notification bell. And also, if you are loving what you're seeing here on this channel, I'd appreciate it very, very much if you hit that thumbs up button and you left some comments below and let me know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, how your day's going, all that good stuff. Excuse me, getting choked up. I very much appreciate it. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into the episode right about now. That would be the surface of the planet. No spacesuit. How are you not freezing to death, bro? Do you have any clothes? Okay, I see shorts. I was about to say, parts will be frozen off. Nipples will be gone. Oh, bro. You're gonna burn through the atmosphere. Okay, maybe that was a dream. Or they just decided to ignore the fact that clothes would not survive the heat of the atmosphere. 하나님이세요? Damn. I think that was a dream, because if you fell from that height, you would have gone through your house. Oh, look at the tucks. You got tucked in like a burrito. I can't remember the last time I was tucked in. Oh, just going back to sleep, huh? Pork cutlets. Oh, wow. They literally strap you in. Maybe he's a sleepwalker? Oh, he's got good hearing. Or his mom always cooks in the same order every day.
불고기?
Okay.
짜잔.
Congrats. You know, the last time I watched a Korean drama that had an opening of a chicken store, the whole world fell to zombies. So I hope this goes a lot better.
선생님하고 잘 협상해 볼게.
야, 선생님한테 협상이 뭐니? 아빠, 저 돈 줄게.
Where do you have
아빠
told?
나 전화 천원인데 늦겠다. 다녀올게.
That uniform does look a little tight. Oh, so he floats.
학교 다녀오면 밖에
Weights in the
돌려줄게.
pocket, tied down in the bed. Or in the backpack, I should say.
알았어. 대신에 오늘은 조심해. 어?
So she doesn't want him to lose weight? Very un-Korean.
어? 교실 가자마자 책상 양쪽에 가방 딱 걸어두고 되도록이면 책상에 앉아 있고 항상 방심하지 말고. 특히 넌 수업 시간에 졸지 말고. 어?
Yeah, considering the dreams you're having, you'll probably go through the ceiling.
진짜 지각인데.
아 봉성아.
다녀올게요.
아 봉성아. 아이 김봉성. 너 뛰지 마. 잘 넘어지잖아.
Aw, we got two parents so far that are highly protective. Better to have a parent that's a little too concerned than one that isn't concerned at all. Oh no, she's not a mom who sits there and reads the news all day, is she? It's sad, but moms typically are doomsday like forecasters as it is when it comes to their children, right? Like if you're 10 minutes late, it's never like, oh, she probably missed the bus or something. It's like, she's in a ditch. She's broken her leg. It's always worst case scenario. And it's all the worse for parents who read the news constantly. Okay, sis, get in that cardio. She said, I ain't letting no skirt slow me down. Run all the way to school if I have to.
봤어. 그러니까 다음부터 타.
안녕하세요.
맨날 안녕 무슨.
저 이 학생 같아요.
Now that's a gentleman. That's a gentleman.
오, 매너남.
See? That's right. You did the right thing.
저는 환생이라서 계산이 안 맞아요.
계산 칼같네.
How precise. She's like, I don't want to owe you, sir. And I don't blame you. You know, these days, ladies got to be very careful about that sort of thing. You know, if a guy feels like you owe him, it can go very, very wrong.
초면에 매너가 아니지 않나 싶어서.
그래, 부지식하기.
Okay.
가방 줘.
No, nope. I'll hold on to them. Sir, can we not stare so intensely? It's a bit weird. And not that I'm at all an authority on these things, but I have been studying Korean as a language for a while in culture. And for those who are unaware, honorifics are a huge deal in Korean society. So if you first meet somebody, you're supposed to speak to them in a certain way. If someone's older than you, they get to speak to you in a certain way, but you're supposed to address them in a certain way. So there's just all those things. So that's kind of what these conversations come up a lot in dramas. And I see a lot of other reactors who have no idea what that's about, but that's how much I know as a non-Korean. Put your feet down, put your feet down, put your feet down.
뭐해?
Oh wow, that's greasy all over the window. Whole face, look at the perfect face print. There we go. So he doesn't know how to control it, it looks like. Take your bag back, sir. Your mom was right to give you extra weights, apparently.
새교복을 입혀야겠지.
I mean, oh, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Why did you go so hard, bro? God. Run, you got this. Come on, don't let them close that gate on y'all. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Oh, you're a jerk. And he's got this weight. No! I'm sorry, honey bun.
나와야 하고 근데 밥을 너무 맛있게 먹는 바람에.
그래 알았다. 너한테 그렇게 엄청난 이유가 있었구나.
규칙은 지키라고 있는 것이고 예외는 없어야겠죠.
그렇지.
Oh, you should make him hold that bag for 2 seconds and see whether or not he'd be able to run at top speed. But I get it. If he knows he's carrying that extra weight, unfortunately, he should probably start out for school a little earlier than not. But his mom did keep him late. She was pushing him full of food, weighing him down. Seeing the classroom signs like that just gave me a flashback to My Hero Academia.
학교는 내 소가 아니야. 네, 잘 알고 있습니다.
So, Superintendent,
보안 원칙이 중요하지.
you did not just throw your Kleenex on the desk.
한 학기 남았으니까 이제 기간제도 곧 끝나니까 윤 선생도 자기 일 찾아야지. 응?
예. 열심히 하겠습니다.
No, what? Ew! No, he's a superintendent, not the president. And even then, I wouldn't take his snotty tissue. Hell to the... Okay.
선생 다 됐네.
That man is weird. Very weird. Please burn your hands and put sanitizer all over them. That's disgusting. Like the man doesn't know how to use a waste bin. He can't move his hand from here to the...
왜요? 네.
Okay. I was going to say, it looks like she's trying to clean. You know, I'm very 50-50 about this. In one way, I feel like it's a good idea to take phones away in school just because a lot of kids be using them instead of paying attention. But I also don't necessarily like the idea of them not having access to their phones these days, you know. I guess it depends on where you are. Korea is a pretty safe country, so them not having their phones for a few hours at a time is probably not the worst thing, but... Wow, okay. My boy is thirsty. Is that our flyer?
대박, 대박, 대박. 오.
To guzzle a whole liter in one shot is impressive. It is our flyer, but I guess, you know, he is carrying like 60 pounds on his back every day. Okay, just vaping class then. How old are you? 55? So why is she only going for one semester? That means she probably missed a semester or she transferred.
지금 네 성적으로는 지방대 장학금까지밖에 안 된다니까.
네, 지방대 가면요. 교통비 들죠, 식비 들죠, 기숙사비 들죠. 저 아빠 옆에 있어야 돼요.
She's got her reasons.
학원 다녀야 되잖아요. 학원비가 얼마나 비싼데요.
아니, 학원비 걱정하지 마. 너네
I mean, calisthenics can be useful even if you don't become a teacher. You can always be like a personal trainer, which in Korea would actually probably be pretty lucrative.
저한테 왜 이렇게 잘해주세요?
야, 이 바보야. 내 선생님이고 너 학생이니까 당연하지 잘해주는 게.
That is definitely not what we typically see in most K-dramas when it comes to teachers and students. Usually very much a versus situation.
다른 학교 교복 입고 학교 다닌다는 애는 네가 처음인 것 같아. 너 되게 특이하다.
Okay. I thought maybe it was the fit, but I guess it's from her old school.
아무튼 고3 마지막 생활 잘해보자.
저 그때 좀 빈자리가 자, 전학생
One
왔으니까 싸우지
semester.
말고
Okay,
잘해주고.
transfer. I wonder why she transferred in her last semester. That's a very strange time to switch schools typically. If she was in the West, most likely she just would have finished out like in homeschool or something, or just taking the GED at that point.
이제 이러한 점을 바탕으로 각 시기별로 우리 국어가 걸어온 모습을
Oh my gosh,
살펴보고
sir, can you be a little less obvious? Just straight up staring. You're gonna start floating, bro. Just, come on. Work. Thank you. Like just a quick glance. Can we just not just do a glance and glance back down? Mm-hmm. See? See? This girl is not good for you, sir. Where's all your weighted stuff? Didn't your mom give you something to put on your chairs? What I think is sad is I don't think homeschooling is a thing in Korea, because I'm thinking if I have a kid with a power like that where he could just start floating at any minute, I'm keeping it. He's doing homeschooling. Like, I don't know if you want to keep a secret. I can't think of anything else, because literally putting like 100 pounds on the kid every day is not going to be enough, because he can't wear it all day. And in the summer, that's like virtually impossible to hide. All right, who's this bro? I know this actor. I'm trying to think of where I've seen you. Where have I seen you? Your hair was not this long. He does not look happy to be home. F. That's okay. This man's a kangpe. Sat phone. Interesting. 11. That's it. English. English. That looks like an adult. Supernatural. What? Ah, too fast. Supernatural something.
너 분당 안내해줘.
따라와.
What's the smoker so interested in this kid for? Oh, he's still struggling. No one noticed he's been struggling all class long.
이거 강당 열쇠. 선생님께서 더 주래. 스페어 키가 2개니까 하나 네가 갖고 있으면 돼.
Okay. Key to the kingdom.
난 여기 몇 바퀴 뛰어보고 갈게.
하고 문 잘 잠그고 가.
Shouldn't you put on like gym clothes? You already ran to school this morning. Like that uniform is gonna be right by the end of the day.
핸드폰은 없다고 합니다. 지금은 강당 둘러보고 있는 중이고요.
그래, 알았어.
Wait, you're just reporting on her like a spy?
장희수는 어떤 겁니까? 저랑 같은 겁니까?
Specialty.
알아, 지켜봐야지. 좀 웃어.
So does this teacher know? I'm assuming?
좀 웃어.
No, he looks like he's wound up tighter than a drum. Oh, I guess he couldn't go until he was sure he wasn't gonna float away.
그만 끝나겠다. 자.
Oh yeah, he had to clean the bathrooms, I forgot. Yeah, boys' bathroom is pretty... You know what? I was gonna say boys' bathrooms are pretty bad, but so are girls, especially in public places. I gotta say, equally gross. Never understood why people can't just keep that area generally clean, even if you're in a public place. But... yeah, look how much... Oh. That's how much sweat is on her uniform. Okay, so that's maybe getting into why she transferred in her last semester.
택배입니다.
또 가세요.
No. Directly. 직접 전해야 됩니다.
Interesting. Is he supposed to be a foreigner? Not the mullet. Like full on 80s mullet.
다들 점심 먹고 와요.
Okay, thank you. I was super hungry. Thank you for reminding me.
왜 여기 왔는지 명명백백히.
Ooh, his stance.
나 잘하는데.
진짜 고마워요.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's holding that golf club like a weapon.
도대체 진짜 여기 왜 왔어요?
Dude, he looks really chill, and you're sitting here with this golf club like it's gonna do nothing. Does he look scared?
한국말 몰라? 이리 와.
어디 손가락질.
He just dropped his honorifics too.
아니, come on.
Hey, come on.
Hey, come on.
약이더라고.
Okay, so he's strong. Okay, we got some superpowered adults
You
too.
wanna fight, yeah?
콜 베이비 개새끼야. 자자자자.
Dude, this is your nice office. You just ruined your floor. Dude, he just took a hit to the face with 3 golf clubs and you don't... Not this man having a secret sex room in the back. I was about to say, I think he's playing with you, bro. Oh, we want to tap out? We want to tap out? No, I thought you were super strong. He's gonna break it. Oh. Interesting. So they both have super strength to a degree, because if he was able to even hold that arm for a minute, he's clearly not weak. Yo, death by a ballpoint? My man got bicked to death?
나띵데 씹새끼야.
씹새끼?
어딘가나 이 새끼.
Damn, insulting you in his final moments. I guess that makes sense.
어이 씹새끼야.
Okay, well, that's the end of him. Chin Chun down. Okay. Interesting. So he looks like he has super strength and some form of telekinesis, I have to think, because the way he made the glass shatter. We'll find out. Looks like he might have super healing too. I didn't see the bruise on his face from the golf clubs.
최대는 안 돼?
Okay, so what's going on at the school? They must know about powers.
물도 엄청 많이 마시고. 뭐해? 안 가?
내가 들어줄게.
네가 왜 내 셔틀이냐?
네가 아침에 내 가방 들어줬잖아. 이제 내 차례야.
He's like anything to keep me on the ground, personally.
안녕히 계세요.
Why is everyone looking at this girl? Do they know about what happened before she came? This is the school's weird. Get on the bus, stalker. I mean, I know at this point it's innocent. It's just a lot. My goodness.
155만 원인데 150만 원에 해드릴게요. 지금 시기도 곧 수능이고 기본 반응 시작하면 늦어요.
1.5 million won, 1,500 bucks. It's not cheap. But if you want a good tutor and you want to make sure you actually get into university, which is a huge deal over there, worth every penny.
살 너무 빠졌어.
He doesn't want to gain weight. Oh my God, that's so much rice. That's enough food for 5 people. But then again, maybe with his abilities, he metabolizes faster.
일찍 끝났어요.
Oh, he's in love. Look at the smile.
학교에서 무슨 일 있었어?
Yeah, his metabolism is very interesting.
무슨 일 있었지 학교에서?
Especially considering that he's eating this much, but he can like just float at any given minute. It's very interesting. I'm assuming we're not going to delve too much into the powers and how they work in this, just seeing them in action maybe. So I'm assuming she doesn't want to tell her dad about this because he just opened this restaurant. Like she didn't even want him to buy a new uniform. So she definitely doesn't want to tell him it's going to cost 1,500 bucks to get into school, to get into uni.
운동복 아니 체육복도 사야 돼. 6만 원.
당장 사. 어? 내일 당장 사. 아빠가 돈 줄게. 뭘 걱정이야? 어?
The way you're acting, I think it is a big deal, Dad. The asking why and then suddenly acting like it's not a big problem. Like, ugh. I don't know. I don't have kids, but I can only imagine how hard it is to feel like you can't provide for them the way that they deserve or the way you feel that they deserve.
오래 기다렸지? 가깝게 지내도 돼. 장이수.
Interesting. What is going on at the school?
강훈이 왔어?
네, 아버지.
Oh, is this dad okay? Looks like his dad might be neurodivergent, possibly? Or something might have happened?
땀을 이렇게 많이 흘려.
Because you have him under 16 pounds of sheet that he's literally trapped under. What do you mean? Like, you could at least put him under like some cotton sheets in the summer. Oh my gosh, ma'am, you really need to get away from all this torture porn you're into here. Come on. Oh, I mean, I guess since she knows her son's special, she's maybe scared people might come for him. So many questions about this world we still don't have answered yet, but it's episode 1.
목이 졸려서 목도가 부러진 상흔이 있고 은신처에서 격렬한 격투의 흔적도 확인했습니다.
진천의 사후 처리는
언론에 노출되지 않도록.
Really? He couldn't move his cup of tea himself.
일할 만난
He worked in the shadows to protect the sunlit something.
품종 관리는
Breeding management.
재배 서둘러야 되겠다.
Cultivation.
지시해주겠습니다.
Damn, so many code words here. Okay, so are they breeding powered people? Because remember the man asked if he had any children. And I was like thinking, does that mean there's more powered kids? Possibly. So this, if that's the case, then Floaty's mom here might actually have powers too. Or his dad. One of them did. Or both. Oh, okay, she's strapped though. Don't let the pork cutlets fool you.
엄마는 내가 남들과 조금 다를 뿐이라고 하셨다.
The fact that she has to cushion the ceiling.
여전히 작은 무게와 감정 변화에도 영향을 받았다.
Ah. Not mom cleaning her Glock while he sleeps.
누군가
Deleting, she's using the exact same word that he used in his text message. What? Is that it? Wow, what a way to end the first episode. Just bam, that's it. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that was episode 1 of Moving, and very interesting. I have a lot more questions than not after watching that, but we're getting a small idea of what the world is like here. We very much focused only on 2 people in this episode, and that would be Bong Sok, who is the floater, and Jisoo? I forgot her name already. Anyways, the young lady. So she transferred in to this new school in Seoul for her last semester of high school, period. And we don't know why, because as I was saying, like in most places in the world, like if you're in your final year of school, you just finish it, right? You usually just stay there. But to transfer in the very last semester, and I don't know how long semesters are in Korea, but like in North America, that's about 4 months or so. It's crazy. Like usually, like I said, you either just finish out at your old school, maybe do some distance learning. Like you get the point. It's just very strange that she would transfer in this late stage. So that usually indicates that something has happened, something pretty drastic, made her think she had to leave her current school to come to this one. But we see it looks like there's no mom in the picture, just their father. Her father opened up a new shop, and it looks like money's a little bit tight for them. And the father's acting a little bit shady to me, like a little bit like there's a lot going on there. But I don't want to be too judgmental yet. But I think there might be something else going on with him that he's trying to keep from his daughter. But she seems like she's pretty sharp because she already said, like, I don't need a new uniform, you know, again, trying to save money. And then when she saw the cram school trying to get into university, like she was saying to the school director, if I go to university, it has to be local. I can't go out of town because I think she's thinking about the cost. Like she said, it's going to cost bus fare. I'm going to have to pay for food. I'm going to have to pay for all these other things that I wouldn't have to pay for if I was living at home. So very money conscious. I think she's very aware of the financial situation that is going through her family right now. But yeah, I think she also just senses that something's not quite right with her dad, but probably doesn't know how to broach it. So I am wondering whether or not, I'm getting the sense that she's got powers as well, but we haven't seen anything outside of the fact that she's very athletic, which doesn't necessarily translate into powers at this point. But she's being watched by the school. We saw that this high school, there are 2 people, the homeroom teacher she was talking to, plus the guy who was fawning after the superintendent, I guess. They seem to be aware of what's going on potentially with her. Like we saw the one guy saying, oh, she's been admitted, have you tested her yet? And the other guy's like, I'll do it. So yeah, like a lot of very subtextual talk going on right now, right? No one's saying anything outright. Nothing is being verbalized as far as exactly what's happening, but we can tell by the looks and the way they're phrasing things that there's definitely something happening that's not as clear cut as what they're saying with their words. So very interested in what's going on with the actual high school. I don't think it's a coincidence that they've got this new girl who's there, who they're watching, and then we've got Bungsok already, who we know can float or fly, one or the other. But going on to Bungsok, again, single parent house, which is very interesting. We got 2 single parents. And I say this is interesting because Korean society, from what I have researched and learned, it's a society that very much values a 2-parent home, and most societies do, for the record. But considering where we are today, 2023, where a lot of countries have become much more accepting of single parent families for various reasons for why they became single parents, Korea still has a bit of a stigma around single parenthood, and it's not a positive one. It's unfortunately, a lot of people, a lot of single mothers and children of single mothers or single fathers have faced quite a bit of ostracism and social issues, and it's even become a subject for bullying for them in school. And it's just not something that, like I said, a lot of parents there really try to avoid at all costs. So the fact that we've got 2 kids, our 2 main characters so far, both of them come from seemingly coming from single parent homes, because I'm assuming, because we didn't see another parent. That's just an interesting choice, and it makes me wonder some things around all of these kids that we're going to see at some point. But anyways, Bungsok, single mother, very, very hyper protective mother. We see that she's feeding him lots and lots and lots of food. She's making sure he's weighed down because she recognizes that he needs the extra weight to keep him from floating away, I guess, if he gets distracted. She said to him before he left the house, don't let your guard down even for a minute. So it looks like if he's not focused on keeping himself grounded, he will just naturally float, which obviously would be a problem. And we see that she weighs down his backpack. He's got ties on the side of his bed, on his comforter, to keep him from floating in his sleep. So all kinds of things there to kind of protect him. And we saw at the end of the episode there that one of the reasons why his mom was washing his comforter, and because she couldn't tie him down, he floated in his sleep, right? So yeah, I'm thinking that's made life a bit lonely for Bungsok, right? Because he can't do sleepovers, and he might accidentally float to the ceiling during the night and things like that. So, and she lives, like he said, we live in a place that's very far away from everything. And we saw like their house/restaurant is in the butt end of whatever neighborhood they're in. And I think that's definitely on purpose, most likely so that if anything happens, there's less chance of a witness catching it than if they were in the big city. So interesting. The mom seems very aware of what he is and what he can do, but she also seems like she is hyper vigilant around potentially people finding out. But now I'm thinking that there's a bigger picture here, because we saw a man arrived this episode he arrived at the airport. He showed up, had a van waiting for him with a uniform and the name of people. We only saw the first one we saw there. What was his name? Jin. I already forgot the name. But anyways, the first person he visited with the mullet. So it looks like he is getting rid of powered people. And we heard the words code names. So they must have been part of something, right? Code names are usually for organizations, spies, government layers, things like that, right? So this man who's come to Korea, I think he's supposed to be a foreigner, the fact that they threw in a lot of English with him, and he took out this powered guy who looks like he was just kind of living low-key under the radar, and he wasn't very quiet about it. Like, he made a mess of it and really didn't seem to care who found out, because I'm thinking if anyone who's in that office, they would have saw him walk in, right? And then that was the last time they saw their boss alive. So he clearly isn't trying to be discreet. So lots of questions about who he's working for. It's got to be someone pretty powerful if he feels empowered enough to walk into someone's office and, delete them, as they call it in this show, and walk out. So we see that after that happened, we saw him text to whoever sent him the text message on the sat phone that delete, or deleted. I'm thinking it was supposed to be deleted, but anyway. We see then that Bungsok's mother has been following like all these social media sites and news stories around any strange deaths, anything like that. And then she's noticed that anything looks strange, right? Which she did see, obviously, the death of this codename guy, and then she saw that everything about him was deleted within a day or two. So she knew that that was suspicious and that someone's clearly trying to hide it. So we saw her use the same terminology of delete. So that says to me she either knows about the organization or knows about who the guy with the cap who did the deleting. Either way, she knows something that's going on. And it makes me wonder if, like I said in the episode, Homie asked the dude he ended up tossing out a window if he had children. And the man said, no, I don't have kids. So my guess is that he's looking to wipe out possibly people with powers and anyone they might have passed it on to, like their kids, which makes me think that maybe Bong Seok's mother must have powers or had something done to her to give Bong Seok powers. And maybe that's why she's so protective of him now, because she knows that they might be coming for her and him. So it looks like they're already building for quite a big subplot or a bigger hierarchy plot around these kids, which is crazy. And I think outside of that, we had the very strict kid in school with the glasses who was collecting all the phones. It looks like he might be aware of the fact that Hisu is special, but I'm not going to say that 100% yet, but it seems like that since he was very interested in her. And we saw one of those guys at school saying to him, yeah, you can befriend her. You know, she's like you. So yeah, I'm thinking he must be a powered kid too, but we didn't see anything out of him. We saw the kid who was vaping in the corner. We got a lot of shots of him. So I think he's going to be somebody we need to watch in the future as well. And I think that was pretty much it, really, outside of the fact that, yeah, we saw that with, I think it's Hisu. I'm saying Hisu, but maybe it was Jisoo. It's slipping now. But anyway, we saw that she got a flashback when she was exercising of what looks like some kind of an altercation that she had. We only got a flash of it, though, so we don't have any context. But as I said, I'm pretty sure it is tied to why she had to leave her last school and come where she is now. So many secrets, many plots to unfold at this point. I am definitely intrigued. I have so many questions that need answering around more of this world, how it works, who these people are, what is this breeding program that guy at the big corporate office was talking about, what is he talking about, replanting and all these, again, code word, subtextual language. Lots of questions. And I'm very interested in seeing what these answers are. So I liked it. I think it was a good first episode. Very calm for the most part, except for the one action scene. So I feel like it's going to be a show that will slowly and steadily build us up to, I have no idea where we're going to end up, honestly, which is nice. Like, this doesn't feel too formulaic yet. So that's a lot of fun, and it makes me very intrigued to continue with the show. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video along with me. If you did, please throw a like on this video, as well as comments below. Let me know what you're thinking about this series, predictions. If you have watched the entirety of the series already, please don't put any spoilers. I'd appreciate just letting me go through the journey that way. But yes, anything else, I'd love to hear from you guys. Please let me know below. All right, that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. We will see you in the next one.